Like the one that claims Jay-Z allegedly cheated on Beyonce with Cathy White. Now, Coriana, I'm not going to read this because I knew Coriana. I've met Coriana many times, and I've been around her because I met her through Claudia Jordan. Claudia recently has spoken out about it. Well, there was this whole allegation that Jay-Z had this relationship with Coriana, and Coriana was literally young, vibrant. She appeared to be healthy.
Now,
and
this
one day
is the
she
story
just
a
died.
lot of people online keep circling back to. For a while now, there has been renewed chatter about what really happened to Jay-Z's alleged former mistress, Cathy White, and why her name keeps getting tied to old rumors involving Blue Ivy. The latest wave of speculation claims Cathy knew private details about Jay-Z's alleged relationship with another woman from Brooklyn, and that she may have been threatening to expose more than people were ready for, including claims connected to a pregnancy that internet forums have linked to Blue Ivy for years. None of that has been proven, but the reason this story keeps resurfacing is because people believe there are still major pieces missing. Did this story ever add up?
The truth is going to be unveiled, and it's not a man. And that woman died screaming.
But here is where people say things start getting even murkier. Cathy was reportedly connected to Jason Lee socially, which has led some people to believe he may know more than he has publicly said. That is why some online have been speculating that whatever Jason once hinted he had on Beyonce could somehow connect back to Cathy's death and the rumors surrounding her. Jason has previously said on his podcast that people tied to Jay-Z were reaching out and warning him not to speak on certain topics. He has also been openly critical of both Beyonce and Jay-Z, calling them fake, saying they are anti-black, trashing Beyonce's products, and at one point teasing that he had information that could seriously damage her image if it ever got out. What do you think he knows?
I'm not even going to say it here because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet, would go crazy. Did I tell y'all what I've done? Okay. I'm going to tell them while Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right
now. According to online speculation, the information Jason may have been hinting at has something to do with Cathy White and the long-running Blue Ivy rumor. And that is why people have started paying attention again to how much old Cathy White content seems to have disappeared. Threads get deleted, old blog posts vanish, videos are hard to find. Some people have even claimed cease and desist letters were sent out. To a lot of internet detectives, that kind of cleanup only makes the whole thing look more suspicious. In their minds, if this much effort is being made to bury the topic, then someone is trying hard to keep certain questions from being asked. Of course, the story that has circulated for years is that Jay-Z allegedly had an affair with Cathy White, also known as Corey, and that she died under mysterious circumstances around the same period Beyonce announced she was pregnant with Blue Ivy. That rumor really took off after Cathy and Claudia Jordan were seen with Jay-Z and Diddy at Tao in Las Vegas in 2010. Reports at the time claimed they were there for the Floyd Mayweather and Juan Manuel Marquez fight weekend. And one especially repeated detail was that Jay allegedly bought Cathy a pricey pair of Louis Vuitton shoes before they all went out. Another report claimed Jay wanted Cathy to bring friends so it would not look like they were together. From there, the gossip only grew. According to stories that circulated later, Cathy was approached by a major tabloid investigating her alleged connection to Jay-Z. She supposedly gave very little away, but one source claimed that after speaking with them, she called Jay and threatened to go public about their alleged affair if the price was right. Then came the timing that has fueled this rumor for years. Just about 48 hours after Beyonce's pregnancy announcement, Cathy died, and the public cause given was a brain aneurysm. But even that part has been challenged. Old reports claim the cause of death was not as settled as people were told. One NYPD detective was quoted at the time saying it was too early to call it an aneurysm, and that toxicology and autopsy work would be needed to determine what really happened. The detective reportedly said Cathy was taken from an apartment on West 19th Street in Manhattan to Beth Israel Hospital, where she later died, and that there were questions about whether she had been given a bad substance. What made the mystery grow is that people online say no clear public follow-up ever got the same attention. For many, it felt like the whole story just disappeared. Then there is the other rumor layered on top of all this, that Beyonce's pregnancy timeline felt rushed because Cathy may also have been pregnant around that same time. As most people know, Beyonce has long faced conspiracy theories about whether she carried Blue Ivy herself, especially because of that viral video where her baby bump appeared to fold when she sat down. Add in the intense privacy around Blue's birth, including reports that parts of the hospital were shut down, and people started building an even bigger theory. Some claim Cathy was pregnant with Jay-Z's child. Others go further and say Cathy may have been the surrogate for Blue Ivy, or even Blue's biological mother. And in the most extreme version of the rumor, Cathy's death is framed as being connected to threats she allegedly made toward Jay-Z and Beyonce. Again, those are long-standing internet theories, not proven facts, but people keep reviving them because they believe too many details were never fully explained. And now some are saying Jason Lee could know exactly what was happening back then, especially since he has said before that he knew Cathy through Claudia Jordan. If that is true, then some believe this may be the very thing he once implied he had over Beyonce. Do you believe any of this?
I haven't even said anything. They ain't called me to go to the Rock Nation brunch. They haven't called me to go to the Gold Party.
To accept being honored
They
at the
haven't
award
called
show.
me when we offered to honor Jay-Z at the award show. They didn't call me to go to the press conference about striking the deal with the NFL while we were kneeling for Kaepernick. They didn't call me to ask me what I thought about her hair care product. They didn't call me to offer a free bottle of her perfume. I didn't get to go backstage on her tour for the...
And Jason is not the only name people keep bringing up. A lot of viewers have also turned their attention back to Claudia Jordan, since she was one of the people seen publicly with Cathy during that period. Claudia responded to the renewed speculation by downplaying the relationship completely. She said she and Cathy White were not close friends, only acquaintances who hung out a few times in 2010. She also said Cathy never told her anything about being involved with Jay-Z or being pregnant by him. But that denial did not convince everyone, especially because the old photos of them together tell a much more familiar-looking story. On top of that, there have been unverified reports floating around for years claiming Claudia was at Cathy's apartment after the 911 call, allegedly helping clean up. That claim has never been established, but it is one reason some people do not buy Claudia's distance now. To a lot of people following this story, it simply does not make sense to pretend Cathy and Claudia barely knew each other. They were seen together publicly, including that Las Vegas nightclub outing with Jay-Z and Diddy, and there were other stories over the years tying them to the same social circles. Cathy was also said to have openly talked about only dating extremely wealthy men, with some old gossip claiming she would not even entertain a man unless his net worth was at least $50 million. That is part of why people think Jay-Z would have fit exactly the type she was allegedly interested in. So when Claudia started insisting they were not close and did not really know Jay-Z like that, a lot of longtime watchers of this story felt like the messaging had suddenly changed. And that is where the newer speculation comes in. Some online claim Jay-Z paid Claudia to distance herself from Cathy and help shut down the pregnancy rumors. Others now believe Claudia could eventually work with Jason Lee and reveal what she really knows. There is also Liz Crokin, who interviewed Cathy White when this story first gained traction. In recent years, Liz has continued to suggest she believes Jay-Z and Beyonce were connected in some way to Cathy's disappearance, and she has even reposted claims tying Blue Ivy to Cathy, which tells you where she stands. Personally, whether that specific Blue Ivy connection is real or not, what keeps people suspicious is how aggressively old Cathy White information seems to disappear every time this topic picks up again. That is the part that keeps feeding the mystery. Because when a story refuses to die, and the record around it keeps getting harder to find, people start asking what exactly someone does not want revisited. Why hide the story now?